Well, I have returned. It's been a little bit, and I'm sorry. It's been a little bit too long, I think. And I'm not gonna lie, the main issue. Gecky, what's up, bro? The Angel, how's it going, buddy? Motherfucking Gecky gets it on the last possible, or actually, I guess technically first, because we weren't able to try to catch it. But congrats, dude, congrats. Yeah, so I was sitting there and I was like, what could possibly be what's keeping me from streaming right now? And I realized what it was. It's October. Or it was getting towards October. But it's October. My brain don't like this month. I love the spookiness. I love the fall colors. My brain just don't like this month. It's like, this is the time to be depressed. And I'm like, what? And people are like, is this seasonal depression? And I'm like, no. This is not seasonal depression. This is October. People are like, what? Doing okay? Still feeling fit? That's awesome. I'm glad, buddy. I'm glad that you're doing well. So, and people are like, well, why do you not like October? And I'm like, well, back when I was in high school, that would be the second month of needing to put up with that shit. And you're still readjusting. You're like, I hate this. Oh my God. And I wasn't a big fan of it back in school, right? It was just not a great month. A lot of my friends would always throw parties that I wasn't invited to. And this is also, this time last year, was when I moved in with my parents. And I love living with my parents, don't get me wrong. I actually am glad that I did, because now I have a really good connection with them. But it's also when my ex and I split up. So my brain is like, hey, you hate this month. And it's always been something happens in October when I was younger, and then even when I'm 25. So, but this isn't seasonal sadness, it's October sadness. Exactly. But I wouldn't say it's sadness, all right? Because sadness would imply that you're sad. And for me, it's just like, hey, you're not motivated to do anything. And I'm like, well, that's just fucking swell. Because I was sitting there and I'm like, well, if I ever get depressed, my brain is very problem solution. What could it be that is causing me to feel depressed? And it's usually like, you haven't gone and hung out with friends, or you haven't gone for a walk or anything. But last week I went on a hike with a friend I haven't seen in 2 years that I'm really close with. I wouldn't say I'm as close as we used to be, but it's someone I was always like, wow, you're like a rock in my life, you know, you're there. And if I ever need anything, she was there. We just, COVID and all that shit made it a little difficult. So I was like, well, I've been outdoors. I went on a fucking 2-hour hike, or 2.5-hour hike, sorry, with her. And then also I hung out with a friend, and I was like, well, what else could it be? And I'm like, well, I've been doing a lot of manual labor, and I wasn't doing much last week, so I was like, maybe it's that. No, it wasn't that. Because I was still keeping active with doing things. So I was like, what could it possibly be? And then I realized, it's October. Okay. It's almost October. That's, okay, I'm good. I'm good. So my brain is like, hey, you're not motivated to do anything. So guess what I did instead? I was like, oh, I'm not motivated to do anything today. So here's a list of shit that I need to get done, and it's going to get done. So I got, it was 5 different things, right? One of them was clean my room. Another one was do my laundry. Another one was do cat litters. Another one was, I'm gonna just go on Twitter because I was posting it on Twitter. Let me go check. It's on here. Micah, how's it going, buddy? So let's find it. Yeah. Clean my room, clean the litter boxes, do laundry. Oh, sort through my clothes and toss away ones that I don't need or don't want. And then get stuff for spooky crafts, because we're going to be doing spooky crafts this month. Well, I managed to clean my room. Well, 99% of it. There's just my one shelf that needs to be done. So now my desk is all nice and pretty. I also went to the dollar store and bought some spooky stuff. So now my room is more spooky. I cleaned the litter box. Oh, also my parents' cat passed away, so that kind of sucked. I did my laundry, so I changed out all my bedding and everything, and it's all nice and I like it. I have my pink sheet on there now, so that's cool. And then I sorted through all of my clothes, and I made my dresser all nice and pretty, and I have a giant pile of clothes that I need to have friends and whatnot go through and see if they want them.
No.
I have been nutted up on Hello. But I didn't get spooky stuff. Not yet. But that's because the stuff I need, they don't sell anymore. And I'm like, uh-oh. But apparently Walmart has it, so I gotta stop by a Walmart. But I got that all done. And I've already noticed just having my room clean definitely helped. Like, that was cool. So that's what I've been doing, is I've been trying to fix my mental health. I've hung out with a new friend. They're really cool. Hello, Banana. How are you? What is biggest boy kiss a homie? Thank you, Micah. Halloween is coming up, and the best parts of Halloween is dressing up, scaring kids, and drinking. So the drinking thing I don't really do. I already technically dress up every day because I'm like your local goth kid, and scaring children isn't really my thing, my dude. But yeah, so I got my room all nice and pretty, and I ordered a couple things off of Amazon. So what's it called? I got a new phone case because I have like the one that came with my phone, but it's clear. And anyone that knows anything about like the clear phone cases that just come with your phone, they're just like that weird silicone, not silicone, but it's like a weird kind of plastic. The greases and oils from your skin and everything eventually turn it this like gross amber color. And my phone is like a very bright white. So I was like, that looks bad. So I ordered a new phone case. It's this really cool, like, tough, rugged, like black carbon fibery looking one with a little ring on the back for me to hold it so I don't drop it, which is great because I have shaky hands. So that was dope. So I ordered that. It should be showing up soon-ish. And then I also ordered a tapestry for my room because I realized a while back we're like, hey, let's all, you know, just do like, I'll do a VTuber stream today, an IRL stream, nothing organized. And I was going to be doing more IRL streams. I realized I've done less. And I think it's also because my room has just been a mess. So now my room is clean. So I'll be doing more. And that tapestry is going to look fucking dope in the background. It's a really cool, like, glitch skull one. Like, I like it. I like it a lot. So that should be showing up. It said like by the end of November, and I was like, this is Amazon, and I just used Amazon Prime. Hello? But it be what it be. Oh, I have a hiccup. I'm sorry. What else have I been doing? I got another job. I literally fixed my sleep schedule last night. I went to bed at 8 a.m. because I've been waking up at like 8 a.m. To do like the demo jobs and shit. And then I got a text today from the guy, and he's like, hey, you guys want to come in and do some shit tomorrow? And I was like, yep, let's do that. Let's make some more money. So I'm going to be doing some more stuff, and that'll be nice because extra money. But so if I don't stream the whole 3 hours tonight, I'm sorry. Also, I did start quite late tonight. Not gonna lie, kind of lost track of time. I was on TikTok. I was smoking in the garage, and my brother came over and we started talking about Digimon. So I lost track of time, and I was like, well, shit. So tonight's stream is gonna be whatever the fuck it turns out to be. You guys know I like doing the IRL streams. I like doing the VTuber streams. So I'm gonna be doing a mixture of them soon. I have been censored. God damn it, Gecky. So yeah, I haven't recorded anything for like my TikToks or like my YouTube channels, and I had so much planned that I wanted to do, and I haven't done any of it, and I'm like, wow, I'm a fucking disgrace. All of my music, the songs are written, the beats are ready, the files are all set to be mixed. I haven't recorded the lyrics. So I got to do that. And I was thinking of doing that tonight, but then, you know, I got a text saying, hey, you want to come in and make some more money tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. So depending how I'm feeling after stream tonight, how my voice is doing, then I will record. If not, then I will do that tomorrow. I don't know if I mentioned this on a stream before. These glasses that are on my face right now, I have these exact ones in real life too. So I'll be using those for IRL stream. I'll have to like just set it as a thing. Like maybe people will be like, yeah, glasses, and I'll be like, yeah, glasses. What else? What else? What else? Gotta think. There's been a lot of shit that I've been doing. Oh, I have my guitars out now because I want to start trying to learn how to play my guitar and my bass again. And I have my amp under my desk, which also works really well as a footrest. But when I was at the dollar store today, because I went again today, because of course I did, I went and got myself an auxiliary cord because I have a, it's for like the standard auxiliary cord jack adapter thing for my amp. So I can use my amp as a bass or whatever. It's just a speaker. But I'm gonna use it for when I'm watching videos and shit now, so that's gonna be cool. I want to start learning how to do music again, and like obviously I've been getting into singing again, so that's kind of cool. But I want to try and learn how to play guitar and bass because I have them right next to me right now. Like they're really out of tune, but I love them. They're my babies. I have my Fender Strat knockoff, and then I have a Yamaha. That is my bass, and I don't know what it's supposed to. It sort of looks like a Fender Strat, but for a bass. I don't know much about bass. I don't know much about guitars in general. I just got asked if I want anything from McDonald's. Do I want anything from McDonald's? What do I want from Mickey D's? Anybody suggestions? Probably something small. Oh, I got it. Small Oreo McFlurry. Unless it's broken. Small Oreo McFlurry. If the ice cream machine ain't broke? Question mark. Lol. There, I have done the thing. I also set up a cool thing on my desk. So I have two phones on my desk, and one of them is the only one I use. The other one just kind of sat there, always just kind of doing nothing. So the one that was doing nothing, I turned into my clock, and the one that I used as a clock and to monitor my streams just monitors my streams now. And I moved it to the other side because I got like this skull from the dollar store in the middle of my desk. So now they're on either side of it, and it looks really fucking cool. Yeah. Pretty stoked about it. So I still want to move like the boom arm for my microphone behind the one monitor so it tucks away a little bit better. And then I've got more desk room kind of thing. And I still need to build that desk to be able to use for like IRL streams and for my altar. I realized though, if I build that, my guitars need to go somewhere now, and because it would go right where they are. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, because there's not really anywhere for them to go. I don't know where I'd put them, because I can't put them to the other side of my desk because the door opens to right there. So I'll need to figure that out. But it be what it be, I'll figure that out later, when that becomes a problem. I've been busy getting things done at my dad's shop. Nice. I saw that you were working on a trailer and you put the floor on it, like a brand new flooring on it. That was kind of cool, dude. Oh, I do have a cool, or I think it's a cool development. So a long time ago, you know how I told you guys that I was seeing that one cute witch girl about this time last year? And actually, it was a few months after now, last year, but whatever. And then she ended up like ghosting me and stuff. And then, you know, I kind of funny that a witch girl ghosted me, but you know, I messaged her the other day and I was like, hey, I know we don't really talk anymore. I'm not sure if you still wanted to talk at all, but I have some mouse bones because yes, I actually have mouse bones. My practice doesn't involve bones, but it's more disrespectful to just throw them out than there is to give them to somebody that would use them for their practice. And I know she uses bones in her practice. I was like, I got these mouse bones, and I was wondering if you would like them. If you don't reply to this, I completely get it. Don't feel like you have to. I hope you've been doing well. And then she messages me back. She's like, oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Sorry for, just kind of ghosting you type thing. I was like, don't worry about it. You did what you thought was best for you, and I completely respect that, right? And then she was like, yeah, but I was like, no buts. So long as you're smiling, that's all that matters. And she was like, oh, okay, thanks. Oh, shit. Vex, what'd you catch? A horse. Damn, nice. So I was pretty stoked for her being happy now. She's got a boyfriend. I find it kind of funny, though, that he's Christian. And, like, she's dating a Christian guy, but she's a witch. And she was like, I told her that I was going to be making an altar because I've been getting more and more into my practice. She was like, oh, that's cool. Mine's actually put away right now. I was like, put away? Right? And she was like, yeah, well, I'm going to be moving in with the boyfriend soon, and I'm not going to be setting it up when we move in together. I'm like, why? And she was like, well, because he's Christian. And I was like, what? Like, why would you stop doing your practice because of that? And how does that work? How does what work? So, probably the relationship. That's what you mean. She was like, well, we've come to an agreement. I won't have various bones and stuff flying around the house, and my witchy stuff won't be in plain view. I'll do that outside of the house. And in exchange, he won't have pictures of Jesus or crosses up in the house. And I was like, that sounds like a fair trade. She was like, yeah, we're just going to be keeping our own practices to ourselves, but we're still together. And I was like, that's really cool. I was wrong about how long we've had the trailer. I said in my post we had it a year and a half. We actually had it for almost 4. God damn! But I can relate. Sounds fair to me. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, okay, whack, but okay. But it does make sense. But yeah, so when I messaged her and I was just like, hey, hope you're doing well. Because like she ghosted me, right? And she was like, I'm sorry that the way that I acted, I was going through some shit, and she's been going to therapy and stuff and whatnot, right? And I was like, oh, like, that's all good, man. Like, so long as you're happy, that's all that matters, right? Like, we weren't even dating. Like, I even let her know. I was like, I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to make things official, and then you ghosted me. And apparently one of the main reasons that we split, or that she ghosted me, was because I wasn't making things official yet. So it was kind of funny. She's like, oh, I ruined that. And I was like, nah, things work the way they work. And you're happy now, so that's all that matters. She was like, well, thanks. And I was like, yeah. But it's cool that I get to have that friend back, So it's nice. And we're already planning out like cryptid hunt adventures. Because I told you guys a very long time ago, we were in her town. And there's this one spot where we saw like this really spooky thing, and it was like native, and it made me go like, yeah, nope. And nothing makes me go, yeah, nope. Right? Even Buddy was like, yeah, nope. So when your own demonic entity goes, yeah, I'm not dealing with that, something's up. So we're planning on going back before it snows. So that's going to be cool. And it's going to be spooky, but we're going to be more prepared for it this time. And by that, I mean, bring in protection runes and shit. So that's pretty cool. But I got to hang out with my other friend too that I hadn't seen in 2 years, and her boyfriend, she keeps saying partner, but I know he identifies as male, and he's like born male, so I don't know why she says partner. It might just be like a thing that she does. I've never really thought much about it. And he apparently was a little concerned about her and I hanging out alone, because every time I message her, I flirt. And she was like, no, that's just how he is. And he was like, she's like, trust me, if you meet him, you'll understand, because he'll flirt with you too. And I was like, hey, I'll flirt with whoever the fuck in front of me. Right? She's like, exactly. But I'm a full grown woman, and if he tells me what to do, I'm gonna kick his ass. And I was like, atta girl. But she was telling me this really fucking funny thing about how where she works, college students come in all the time and they try to flirt with her. And she just hits them with the, honey, I could be your mom. And then they're like, because she's only like 10 years older than them. But she just, instead of saying she's younger than she is, she says that she's like way older. She's like, yeah, I'm 48. And people are like, what? But really, she's like 31. I think she's 31. 31, 32, something like that. I tell her, yeah, 28, right? And she's like, yeah, I'd like to think that. And I was like, yeah, just how many times you've been 28? And she was just like, exactly. Also, I hope you guys are cool with like the lo-fi kind of vibes. Also, if you guys find any like free to use awesome looking Halloween wallpapers, we can set that as the background here too. I'm thinking of also making a color change one for the microphone and finding like a black and orange chair as well so we can have spooky. Also, possibly, potentially, maybe, kind of, sort of, if I'm able to convince her to, maybe, just maybe, we could talk to Vex about making me a Halloween outfit. Just saying, maybe so. Who knows? Eh? And Vex in here like, shut the fuck up, no. Oh, man. It'd probably just be a color swap. But, spoopy vibes. Yeah, like, by the way, the song that we're listening to right now, or songs, is a YouTube playlist video thing. It's like an hour long. It says, Lo-Fi for Ghosts Only. And that's what it's called. But it's pretty cool. I've also commissioned more art because PayPal finally let me into my fucking account. I've already got the One Piece back. We'll be using that for merch once I end up releasing that song, so that's gonna be dope. But you're no ghost? Shh, I get ghosted enough that I should count. But yeah, so we've what was I just saying? What was I just saying? I'm dumb. Somebody help. Oh no. I have lost my train of thought. Oh god. Oh god. What was I talking about? I was talking about the music. And then I was getting onto something else. What was I saying? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah shit. Oh god. I'm stupid. Commission. Yes, commissions. So I commissioned a piece of art. It's gonna be pretty dope. I'm really hoping it turns out the way I'm thinking it will. So I got that sorted out. That should be on the way probably in the next like 1 to 3 weeks, I believe. And again, both of these pieces that I've commissioned are going to be allowed to be used for merch. I made sure that was established beforehand, and then I had full ownership of it. Let them know what it would be getting used for, and I even said to them, I want 100% ownership. However, I have absolutely no issues with you using it in your portfolio. All I ask is you do not show it before I do. So can't wait to see the merch. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I'm pretty stoked to have the merch. I feel kind of bad that I didn't stream much during September, so now subs are pricey again. But we didn't even reach the fucking payout anyway, so it's all good. It just carries on into this month. It's not a big deal. What else? Not that I care too much about September. As we all know, subs are very low income for a lot of streamers. PayPal is generally preferred just because it saves you money and makes us more money. But it be what it be. We gotta come up with more creative goals because nobody wants to watch me play Zooter. So, do you guys want to see horror games this month? Like, we could set those as goals, potentially, if you guys are interested in that. Let me go and take a look at what ones I've got on here. Stream goals. Because I know Gecky and I have been talking about finding some games to play together. You don't get spooked? I do and I don't. Like, I don't feel fear in the conventional state of, like, other people doing it, like, in real life. But I've realized, like, I'm emotionally inept when it comes to stuff in real life. Like, I can't sympathize with people. Is it sympathize or is it empathize? Emphasize. Empathy and sympathy. Those ones, whatever those words are. Empathize and sympathize, I believe. I can't do that with people, but with media, I can. So if I'm watching a movie, I can. But if it's real life people, I can't. Which is really weird. So things in video games can really fuck me up. So I don't really feel fear the same way people do in real life, but in video games, it's a little bit different. Like, there's a reason why you've never seen me play Five Nights at Freddy's. Because as dumb as it sounds, it frightens the shit out of me. Because I can't defend myself in the game. You can only like, I gotta close the door! And I'm not good with that at all. I'm thinking of also adding like Undertale onto like one of these goals. Just because like I've never played Undertale. So let's add that real quick. Undertale. And flash the light. Yeah, like it doesn't really protect you. So that really fucks with me. Like I can't actually defend myself. Like in a horror game where I have like a weapon or something. But that's why you guys have never seen me even touch Five Nights at Freddy's. I know a lot of people say, hey, do Phasmophobia. I've tried playing Phasmophobia several times. I played it on stream with you guys, single player. I've played it multiple times with people in multiplayer. It does not interest me in the least. So, I don't, it doesn't scare me. It's more of like, this is boring, you know? So I can't do that. But if there's any horror games that you guys think that I should check out, let me know. And then we could do like spooky games. Obviously, we're more of like we talk about cryptids and stuff kind of stream. Also, speaking of which, I should hop into the voice channel in case anyone feels like joining me. But what's it called? I don't really... should we just like make a month dedicated to like talking more about cryptids and aliens and spooky stuff? Because I'm alright with that. Actually, that just reminded me. Yesterday, I binge watched a Netflix show. It's called Midnight Mass. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I'm not going to give you spoilers, but I'm going to very, very, very strongly suggest that you watch it because it's part of Netflix Limited, so it's only going to be around for a little while. But to give you a quick rundown of it, without getting into details, a guy ends up getting in a car accident. Like, this is in like the first scene of the show, by the way, so it's not really a spoiler. Gets into a car accident and kills somebody. All right. Then he goes back to his island that he used to live on. It's like a small town with like a few dozen people on it. And then like the church is kind of taken over. And then like some supernatural stuff starts going on. And it is fucking insane. And it's this guy trying to deal with it. And then some wild shit happens. So if you guys want to spend like 7 hours of your life watching something that's really neat, Midnight Mass, it is so good. Like, I was sitting there like, yo, this has got like some form of cryptid in it. Oh my God. And then it did, but it's not the type that I thought it was. And I was like, wow, this thing's pulling me for a lot of loops. I like this. So, yeah, I think I've seen a clip of it. Yeah, check it out. Check it out before it's gone. Such a good fucking show. Like, it is really well written. It's pretty slow to get into, but it is really, really, really good. Like, I really recommend it. And like, you even learn a lot about like the Catholic Bible in it, which is kind of neat. So, and then like there's one Muslim guy in the show, and then like he ends up being like important to the story, and like it's kind of cool because like stuff happens, and because he's Muslim, he wasn't affected by it the same way. So it's really neat. And that's all the spoiler I want to give you. And like it's awesome. Like the writing is fucking fantastic. Again, it's a little slow, but that's only at the start. After that, it's got you hooked. You're like, bro, what is happening next? So, like, if you've got time tonight after my stream, you got to go at least watch the first episode. All right. And it's a Netflix series that everything is like the hour-long episodes, but it is worth watching. Like, so worth it. I also watched I believe it's a Filipino anime called Trace. TRECE. Its pacing is odd, but it's an interesting show. I told 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭 about it. It's pretty. It's neat. It's only like 6 or 7 episodes. I think it's only 6 episodes. And again, pacing is a little odd. I think I'd watch if there was a season 2, of which there looks to be. But it was neat. Oh god, what is my phone doing? That's a lot of notifications that I'm going to ignore. What else have I done? I'm trying to think about what all I've done in the time that I've been gone. Because I did a lot of demo jobs. Hurt myself quite a bit. Oh, I actually weigh next to nothing now. I lost weight. Like, I'm 130 pounds on the dot, weighed myself today, while naked, because I was stepping in the shower, so it's my exact weight. But I have actually bulked out a decent amount. Like, not a lot, but, like, I walked past my, like, the mirror when I was, like, coming out of the shower, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I just kind of glanced in the mirror, I was like, damn! Look at them arms! Thank you, McFlurry. I appreciate you. My brother gave me a McFlurry. I now have ice cream. You all better be fucking jealous, you pieces of shit. I'm sorry, I should not have called you guys pieces of shit. Still be jealous of me, though. Because I have a McFlurry and you don't. Give me my spoon. That is a lot on the spoon. Oh my god. Are you fucking jealous? Because I got ice cream and you don't. Wow, so aggressive. I am aggressive, fuck you. I'm sorry for being quiet. I am playing Monster Hunter. No worries, homie. How is it? Which one are you playing? I've never played Monster Hunter, but it appeals to me a lot. I really like games where it's like PvE, because I don't like player versus player. I would much rather battle like random bosses and shit. Rise. Oh, is that the new one? I think that's the new one, right? Nice, nice. All I know is that there's one in it called a 𝐭𝐿𝐸os or something, because I have a buddy named 𝐭𝐿𝐸os and he named himself after it. I gotta get all the ice cream off the back of the spoon. New expansion coming out next summer. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I really like want to play games like that, because those are the type of games that appeal to me. And I'm like, that's why, like, if you guys watch me play Genshin, because, you know, when I stream it, which hasn't been often, I'm sorry. I've been playing it, just not as much as I'd like to. Like, I'll just take on bosses I shouldn't, because I like making my life more difficult. He's fun to hunt, and yes, 𝐭𝐿𝐸os is in the game. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's the one my buddy named himself after. I actually can't remember the last time I spoke to him, actually. It must have been over a year ago. Holy. Well, let me scroll through and see if I can find our last conversation. It's gotta be in here somewhere. I cannot find it. Well, let me just go and check. How do you find your friends list? Right there. All, not only onlines. Last time I spoke to him was August of last year. So it has been a bit. That is insane. Him and I used to talk literally every fucking day. But that's how life is sometimes, you know? You just kind of drift apart. And like, there's not really anything wrong with that. If you were to message me today, I would act as if we were hanging out yesterday, because that's just how I am. You know, like, friendship doesn't die because you didn't talk for a while. Friendship dies when you stop being friends. Not talking to someone doesn't mean you're not friends. It just means that you've got your own life to live, you know? That's how I feel about some of my buddies from the military. Yeah. That's just how it is sometimes, though, you know? Speaking of the military, though, I swear there's going to be something going on real soon. Because a lot of my buddies that are in the military, that, like, they're done, right? Like, they're not going back. We're all re-enlisted and deployed. Friends that said that they weren't, like, they were done, like, they weren't going back, were re-enlisted and deployed. And the few that I've been able to keep in touch with say they're not allowed to say anything about what they're doing right now. So it's a little frightening when you think about it. If I would have known it would have been like this, I would have hugged him. Yeah, that's how it goes though, right? Oh, I can't remember the last time I got a fucking hug. That was depressing. I'm sorry. That was, oh God. I'm sorry. That got really depressing there for a moment. I have no idea when the last time I got an actual, like, hug from somebody was. And not like, goodbye, but like someone happy to see me type hug, you know? I know what's going on. I can't talk about it either, but it's not as bad as you think. Do you live in Canada or America? Because there's a very big difference on how our militaries work. America. That would be why. So, I live in Canada. The way the Canadian Armed Forces work is we're quote-unquote peacekeepers. However, because we are such a diverse country, and a lot of people that enlist are from other countries, like their origin is, but they're a generation or two here, we have insurgents. We send people to infiltrate other governments and other militaries and fuck it up from the inside out. That's just how Canada works. And you can't really prove if someone's Canadian or not if they look the same as everyone else that lives there, if they act because they were trained to act, or they're around their family that are from there, they know the language and they can speak it well, if not fluently. It's really easy for us to do that type shit. Like what the American CIA does is pretty much just kind of how the Canadian military is, with like the insurgent type shit and like taking things out from the inside and just destroying it around itself. That's just what our military is known for. Like a lot of people are like, Canadians are so polite. We are not. We're known as peacekeepers because when we're over there, yes, we will try and keep the peace and we will try and keep the fighting to a minimum. But that's because the way that our shit works is that's the way that we want you to see. The rest is time to go fuck you up from the butt. But you've worked with the Canadian military? Yeah, like Canadian military is like I respect the shit out of it. Like I was debating joining it at one point, but then I didn't. Partially because I'd probably failed the physical because of my heart problems, but also because my girlfriend at the time started breaking down crying. And that was like the only reason that I didn't. Because I can still apply and potentially get past the physical. But yeah, she when she broke down crying, that was enough for me to go, okay, maybe not. Which when I think about it makes no sense considering that the majority of the men in her family have been in the military and all of them have come back. So I'm like, would you not want that from your boyfriend too? I respect the shit out of them too. I was in the Marine Corps and Jesus Christ. y'all can hike. Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm a lazy fuck that sits on his computer all day, and I went on a 2.5-hour hike and was still fine because I had already been working that day, like doing a demo job on a chimney. So, you know, Canadians are just built different, bro. Especially us like part native ones and full native ones. Oh, wow, let's fucking go, bud. Like, it's fucking killer. Deadly. Yeah, even like the lazy Canadians, we go on hikes and shit too. Because like even in like big towns, like there's surrounding forests that have like beautiful trails and shit that people like to go on. Okay, but like take into account what I just said. The lazy ones still go on hikes. Now imagine the fit ones. 200-pound pack and body armor. Nothing for the fit ones. That's what they're designed for. I'm not a fit one. I mean, holy shit, I am fit. That just occurred to me that I've been doing demo jobs and not being exhausted. I am what peak performance looks like. Fear me. But as I was saying earlier, like I'm down to 130 pounds and I'm like, I should be 155 for my height. And yet here I am. So I don't know, but like I walked past the mirror and I was like, damn, look at them arms. And then I kind of like fixed my posture and went, holy fuck. I got pectoral muscles now. I got like the abs. I got like the weird necky shoulder part, whatever that's called, the Goku thing. You know, the big bulky muscle that's there. And I was like, damn, it's not like it's thick, but it's built like Spider-Man. Damn it, never mind. I ain't got enough points. Wait, what was going to be the thing? What were you going to do? I might give it to you for free. Sorry, eating ice cream before it melts. I cannot remember the last time I had a McFlurry. This is what peak performance looks like. Are you afraid? Because you should be. Alright, I gotta toss the lid in the garbo. There we go. My neck pillow. It's like falling apart and stuff. Well, not falling apart, but falling down. There it is. That is it. I'd done it. Yeah, I honestly cannot believe remember the choking on over you. It's all right. I'm alive. I cannot remember the last time that I had a McFlurry. Partially concerning that, like, as someone that used to work at McDonald's, I know how fucking disgusting the ice cream machine is. But I just really wanted a McFlurry. Bruce Wayne in 1920? What? I have absolutely no idea what you're trying to talk about, but I respect it. Bitch. Alright. I am eating the ice cream. I will reply to messages as they pop up. Oh yeah, Gecky, are you still here? Yankee, not Yankee, Gecky. No! Gecko. There we go. That's close enough. Gecko boy, are you still here? You are? Okay, what was the name of that game where you experience different things, but you're both playing together? What was that? Because we should do that at some point. from fear. All right. When does that come out? The 26th. Bro, that's so close to Halloween. So people say that Batman is essentially what peak performances our Inhumanity would be. You made the peak performance, but you now have a top hat. Boom, Bruce Wayne 19. Gotcha. I don't know if a weird cosplayer with PTSD and traumatic fucking experiences happening every fucking evening is what peak performance would be, but I mean, sure. I'm almost done to ice cream. I'm sorry. My tracking is not liking this. It has been finished. I am done. I mean, it is. Then I'm doing pretty alright in life. Fair. Alright. I don't know. Should I put Doom? Would you guys like to watch Doom? I could put Doom 2016 as the goal instead of Zooter, because nobody cares about Zooter by the looks of it. Fuck it, sure. Hell yeah, good enough for me. Ow, hiccup. Alright. We'll call it Doom 2016. Haha. Now when we hit the $50 goal, we'll be like, alright, Doom. And then we'll set a goal after that for Doom Eternal, because I've never beaten Doom Eternal. The game bored the shit out of me the first time, but it's entirely possible I just wasn't in the mood for it. So after that goal, we'll do Doom Eternal. So I'll highlight that. Ta-da. Highlighted, so I know it's our next one. I know that we still need to finish the Spyro trilogy, if you guys honestly even still want me to, because I think we're like 2/3 through the second game, but it keeps having so many issues with the controller. And I know the controller works because I use it for Genshin when I want to lay back in my chair. A Hat in Time is still there, but I might push that a little bit further back if Doom goes through, just because horror month, you know, spoopy. So there's Doom, there's Alien Isolation that we've already done as well, so that's another game that we gotta play. I don't know if my computer can handle streaming that, so we'll give it a try during this month maybe. But A Hat in Time we can do afterwards. I still want to do like the Goth Kid craft stream and the Halloween crafts. We might end up doing both of those on the same day if I can't get all the Halloween stuff I want, because I can't seem to find anything, of which sucks. Makes me a little upsetty spaghetti. I know some of you guys wanted the Gartic phone stream at some point too, so maybe I can get some other streamers to join me for that one, so that'll be fun. What else? Oh, there's still a karaoke stream I gotta do at some point, but I want to get my voice back to being warmed up. Also, I should probably just do this. Instead of having check marks, I'll just do like the little checkbox one. And I'll just check them all off. All the ones that we've done. And then I'll just delete all the check marks after. I don't know why I was putting check marks next to things before, when there's literally the option to have a little checkbox. Yeah, so we'll have Doom as one of those. I think there's also Little Nightmares. Do I have that on here yet? I do not. So let's add that, because I have that game. Little Nightmares. Ta-da! I have done the thing. And let's go here. And then we'll do that. And then we'll have that. Alright. And you know what? I'm willing to admit it. I'll have the QT. Alright, we have added things to our list of stuff to do. But yeah, so Geki, there was other horror games that we wanted to play together, right? I'm almost certain that there was. Because I'm really bad at remembering stuff. I know there was that one, like, game where it's sort of like echolocation or something of some kind. I forget what it was called. But pretty much, like, you make sound and you're able to see the stuff around you. But that also makes so the monster can, and it's moving around so you can see it and the stuff around it. It's a really neat concept. It's just really fucking spooky. Makes you go like, oh shit, I gotta be quiet. And I think it also connects to your microphone. So if you talk, it's like, oh shit. What else is there for us to talk about? Yeah, so we've set that to Doom 2016, so now that is done. Perception? Maybe? I'll look it up. I don't think so, looking at this. I don't know, let me click on this and then mute it right away. No, but this does look pretty neat as well. I wonder if that's actually, because it says 2017, but I don't see an actual listing for it. Hold on, let's look it up on Steam and see if it's on there. It is. Alright, I'm gonna add that to my wish list. There we go. But it is out. So that is now on the list of games to eventually buy and play because it looks fun. But that is not the one I was talking about. The one I was talking about, it's like echolocation, kind of. Like the screen is like completely dark unless you make noise. Which sounds kind of bad for streaming, but you're going to be moving and stuff throughout the game. And then when the screen is completely black, it's almost like waiting for something to like jump scare you in a movie because you're like trying to be quiet. So, I don't know. The idea of it's pretty neat to me. Alright. Also, it's time for the roll call. Alright. Everyone cute command in chat. Alright. I'm 54% cute today, which I kind of get. I didn't shave yet today, so I would say I'm like a half as attractive as I could be. So let's see how cute everyone else is. Gecky Vex, I better see your asses pressing that command. Look who it is, a certified bruh moment. Yep, that's me. How's it going, Rel? What you doing, man? Oh God, Banana Bot. I'm sorry, you ugly as shit. Not as bad as it could be, but damn. You fell out of the ugly tree and nearly hit every fucking branch on the way down, Holmes. That's fucking unfortunate. Oh God. Damn, Rel, look at you. One of those days, eh? This man got the Wow.
Are you always this pathetic?
Rel, I think your theory holds true.
Oh, you're approaching me.
Ah!
I can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer.
What's up? How you doing, homie? It's been a bit. It is what it is. I'm sorry, Banana Bot. Oh, fuck. Rel, your theory holds up. The cuter you are, the worse you are at gaming. Hello, everyone that just came in from Dara's stream. My name is Trash Mouse. I am one of the most interactive VTuber streams on Twitch. You're able to use channel points to fuck around with my background, my desk items, my accessories that are on my face. You can change my microphone, my chair. You can use battles, and you're able to do stuff like, well, I mean, potentially glitch me the fuck out. You can also rainbow battle each other. You're able to pixelate the shit out of me, and I'd click that again. Or you could boost my saturation. You can also stack all of this and make things really whack. All right. There's a whole bunch you're able to do with the background as well. You could do stuff like this. All right. You can, I was going to say that background better pop up. You can change backgrounds. You can change microphones. You can change the chair I'm in. There is a whole lot that you could do. You can even change my drink and give me the small pee-pee juice. All right, well, it's energy drink, but you know how to be. What up, son? You know, we talking about spooky stuff. We talking about creepy stuff. We talked about my life. We're talking about things that need to be done in streams. I swear I had more ideas about what I was gonna say, but I'm very dumb. I'm almost certain I was gonna talk about so. Oh, right. Rel had the idea of every time that he used the !Q command, he always got pretty low, but he was always like a 9 out of 10 gamer or higher, occasionally 10 out of 10. Your bot is lying, Mouse? What did my bot say? Oh, Gecky is 89% cute? Yeah, I believe it. But today, Rel he's 82% cute, but a 1 out of 10 gamer. All right. So his theory holds true. Been playing Minecraft all day. This does not compute. Well, maybe you're just really bad at Minecraft now. Yeah, see? It holds true. It holds true. Gecky got 89% cute, and he's a bad fucking gamer.
Are you always this pathetic?
My sound effect didn't work.
Are you always this pathetic?
Or maybe it did, and I just can't hear it. Who knows? I don't know. How good of a gamer am I? Because I only got 52. Oh my God, we're all terrible. I made a door with pistons. I was quite proud of myself. That's actually pretty good, man. I'm proud of you, homie. I haven't touched Minecraft in God knows how long. I tried getting it to work the other day, and then it just wasn't, and I said, fuck it. Yeah, see, Banana Bot's a 4 out of 10 gamer. Did you do the Q command as well? Need to get some sleep, so I handed these wonderful people over to you. Have a good night. All right, I love you, Dara. Thank you for the raid and have a good night. But yeah, hi everybody. My name's Trash. I normally talk about cryptids, aliens, supernatural shit. We like to talk about a lot of funny, dumb stuff too. We watch videos on most Mondays and Fridays. Wednesdays we just kind of fuck around, do whatever, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays tend to be gaming. I usually stream 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. My schedule is a little fucky-wucky at the moment because I'm dealing with October depression. But it be what it be. Man, I'm bad at everything. I mean, are you bad at everything or just a whole hell of a lot? Because there's a slight difference. It's okay. I'll just force you to get it on using my Diva Nerf Rival Blaster. That thing leaves welts. Huh? What? What? You have a Diva Nerf Rival Blaster? What the hell? My man, that actually kind of sounds kind of cool. You can meet me in the bedroom and find out. Oh, God. This shit went lewd as fuck. No horny. But, oh, also, if you guys want, use channel points to try and catch Pokemons. Like this. I want this Marowak. It has blowback and everything. He's the most powerful Nerf gun I own. Damn, son. That's actually kind of insane. I've got some Nerf guns somewhere. I don't know if they work or not. They were going to be used for cosplays, so I was going to be like cutting off parts of them and altering them and shit. But it was going to be kind of neat. But yippee, would it be, would it be, would it be? What do we want to do now? I'm thinking. All right. I almost want to like show you guys the beats I plan to use for my music, but I'd rather just like release the music. Oh God. The struggle of like not wanting to show or of wanting to show stuff but not. Like I really want to like show you guys the art I commissioned. Cuz like it's a little bit more of like an alternative style. It's like a painted style. It's a little abstract. And I love it because it's gonna fit perfectly with like the album, or not album. I don't want to say album. I'm not making that many songs, but like the song that I'm making, I feel like it fits pretty well. And the other part, the other piece I just commissioned, that shit's gonna look so cool. Like I am so stoked for that. Provided that it comes out the way I want it to. So, and they're pretty cool artists. Like we were talking back and forth, and you know. Got some good agreements on some stuff. So, hell yeah. But I can't wait to use this shit for merch. Like, that's the one thing that I've realized a lot of artists don't actually end up doing. Is letting you use art for merch. So you have to, like, establish that beforehand and either, like, pay the fee that it is for that or whatever theirs is. This person was just like, yeah, double price and you can have full ownership. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. So I was just like, I need to get my hands like on a bit of money this month because there's this horror artist and they do half price during October. And I'm like, bro, I need it. Because their art is like hyper realistic and it's like creepy as shit. And I'm like, bro, I want. So, because I want to be known as not like I'm creepy, but like I'm involved in like the creepy side of like the interwebs with like spooky stuff, you know, not like I'm a neckbeard. How y'all doing today? Can I hug you? But you know what I'm saying. Like the spooky stuff is super like my thing. So I don't even know anymore. What do we want to do now? I mean, we could watch spooky videos. Do you guys want to watch some spooky videos? Or do you want to just keep talking? Because I'm cool with either. We could also, like maybe play a video game or something if you guys want to play a game. We could also, I don't even know anymore. Hold up. Brain work. Could see if Ketter wants to hop on, but I'm pretty sure that he's probably heading to bed soon, so maybe not, actually. Yeah, I can see he's already on his phone on Discord, so that means he's chain smoking right now. Well, I could tell you ideas that I have. You know what? I'm going to tell you ideas I have right now. So I have mentioned to you guys several times now that I plan to make a little desk next to my main desk that I'm going to use as like a table for like IRL streams. And I'm going to store my altar inside of there, right? Now, I want to like start making my own like sigils. because I feel like that's like the next step in my practice, is making my own sigils that have their own meanings and stuff. Because like nobody else practices what I practice because it's my own, like it's such a amalgamation of so many different things. I feel like the next step in like, what is the word I would like to use? Developing my practice will be making my own sigils. So like, a certain design that means certain things, So like maybe like a protection one, maybe like guardian, maybe like good, maybe like bad, Things that are like very basic terms that can be used together to have different meanings. So, like maybe one that's for like home, one that's for like capture or contain, another one that is to like remove or something like that. Like who knows, right? Like there's so many different things you can make them for. So I already have a Charmander. God damn it. I guess someone else needs to try and get the Charmander in like 25 seconds when the thing's up. But like I want to make like a bunch of like sigils and stuff, but like they have to be true to you kind of thing, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like they have to, what you feel in that you draw that design, and then that is what the sigil is. So I need to come up with a bunch of those, which is very much so kind of like a pagan kind of thing. But I guess my practice is very pagan influenced, even though like vampiric isn't technically a pagan practice. It's just very similar to a pagan practice. And it does have its own sigils and stuff. So I guess it has runes. It doesn't have sigils. So, I'm not quite sure. But like I have a lot of Native American stuff in it. I have a lot of pagan stuff. I have vampiric lycanthropy. Which actually, as it turns out, the practice is not called lycanthropy. It's called like lycanthropic or something like that. Lycanthropic or something like that. So that's actually something I like recently learned, because I was looking through like one of my old like notebooks that has a lot of like my notes and shit from when I was younger and studying all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I keep calling it lycanthropy. No, lycanthropy is the transformation into animals. Of which lycanthropic is the practice of communing with animals through energies. So that, I was like, damn, I've been saying the wrong word for a long time. So I am sorry to everyone that I've misinformed, but that is a thing. I keep like looking at this, and because it's so pixelated, I kind of feel like I'm in like an old video game, Like I just stare at my model when it's in this, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm from a video game. I love it. I love it so much. Ah, you son of a bitch. Fuck you, Gecky. Oh, man. Now, I'm thinking with like these little adventures that I want to do, because like I have so many like ideas for just like dumb videos, right? So I'm thinking like on these adventures that I go on with Cute Witch Girl, if she's all right with it, we can record them, because it's our little paranormal expeditions. So maybe I'll do that. Anytime Mouse. Oh my God, Gecky, you pervert. Hentai. Gotta love that it censors the Japanese word for pervert, but it keeps the English word for pervert. Gotta love it. Oh, also in Genshin, I got some random characters. I was like, look, a water boy. Look, a fire boy. Both of them have sword. Nice. Not gonna use either of you. I already have Barbara. And I already have Xiaoling. I forget the fire cook girl with a spear. That one. Xiaoling. I don't know. I don't remember. Zhao Schlingers. I don't know, man. It's just the waifu with a fire stick that she poke you with and drops a little bear that breathes fire on you. That one. And I use her because spear. And it's fast. It's fast as fuck, boy. That reminds me, I gotta go do my daily commission stuff today in there. I gotta do that after stream. Gotta play some Genshin. Yep. And then I'll go to bed. I don't know. Because it's already 1 a.m. But I've only been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. So I think I'm still gonna end at 2 tonight. Just so I can get to bed at a decent time after. Because I want to do like those commission things. In Genshin, like just like my daily shit. And then I'm gonna head to bed. And then I'm gonna wake up at like 8 a.m. And then I'm gonna go and work for... Hopefully it should only take us a few hours to be able to do what we gotta do tomorrow. Because it's just like a type of cleanup thing. Like he wants like all of the nails and shit that are in all the walls and in the floor removed. So like all like the excess ones that aren't holding up anything. So we're like, alright. And then just sweeping up any like debris that's on the ground. So it's like, okay. And then we're each getting paid $50 for it, so it's not that bad. So it should only be like a few hours of just kind of shooting the shit and just pulling nails and then sweeping it all up into a pile. So it shouldn't be that bad at all. Just like a good time for my dad and I just kind of shoot the shit and just kind of hang out. Listen to music. I should probably download some music onto my phone. And then we'll bring like our Bluetooth speaker instead of like the radio, because as much as I like the radio and all, music on it generally sucks. So, yeah. No bueno. And then we can just listen to our shit and use the Bluetooth speaker. Gotta thonk. I think that's actually big brain. I'll do that after Genshin tonight. Now, I wonder if I can do that with Spotify if I don't pay for Spotify. I just use the free version. Because I realize Spotify really fucking sucks if you don't pay for it. And like, I think my mom has like a family plan thing. But I'm not on that. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just download music to my phone instead. That might be smarter. Even though Spotify has all the music I like. I don't know. Also, I really want to get back into like doing like our weekly event shit. So I want to like get back to doing like the Halo on Fridays. I know I've been saying that I want to do it and then like it just doesn't happen. And I'm sorry. I haven't really been around for like a month. That's my bad. I really want to be around and doing stuff. I'm just really bad at staying with stuff. But I want to, I think after I'm done working tomorrow, depending how I'm feeling and if anything comes up, then I will do a bunch of recording. Don't hold me to this too much, because as much as I want to, it might not be the day to do things. Because it all depends on how like quiet the house is and all of that bullshit. But yeah, I want to record stuff, and then maybe if like no one's around, then I'll do my music, because there's something about singing when other people are around that unless I'm in the shower, not okay with. But if I'm in the shower, I'm just like, yeah, time to sing. I'm like, 'cause baby, you're a firework, you know, and it's just fucking fantastic. Nobody likes it, but you know, it's all good, homie. You gotta do you sometimes. Yes, but also this is my job. And I've been neglecting it. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm still making money and I'm being physically active. But if I'm not streaming, and if I'm not making videos, and I'm not making my music, I'm not working, technically. And viewership drops insanely fucking low. Like, Here, I'm going to do something that breaks my own chat rules. I'm going to check my viewer count right now. All right. Yeah, my view count is only sitting at like 9, right? Now, this time last year, it would have been sitting at like 15 to 20. A year before that, it would have been sitting at about 20 plus. So, hell yeah, awesome banana bot. Oh, look, it's your starter. Sandshrews your starter. Nice, man. I think my starter was like Sand Slash. So that's actually, we're friends, we're partners. I could be wrong. I don't remember on how to use the command in order to like see what all I've caught, but yeah. But no, like the way it works is like your viewership drops if you're inactive, right? And if you're not making content off platform. Now, I have no reasons to not be making content. I have, let me check real quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 YouTube channels, 4 of which are supposed to get content. All right. I have 3 TikToks. I have 2 Twitter accounts. I have 3 Instagram accounts. There is no reason that those should be inactive, right? Because streaming only does so much for your career if you're not already like popular or know a lot of people that are popular, or if you do something insanely different and other people see it and they want to share it. So I have to actually, put in the legwork, and I haven't been. I used to, and that was when my viewership was higher, but then I kept taking breaks or something would come up or my life goes to shit, because it almost feels like you take one step forward and you fall down a flight of stairs, So, yeah, life kind of gives you the shit end of the stick a lot of the time, right? So that's what I've been dealing with, and like slowly but surely, it's like making my job go, hey, this is not working out. But really, I'm technically making more money, but then also it's not, because then it'll just be like, no one around. And it's not like I'm doing this for money, but like it is my job, right? So it's like, yeah, I gotta find a trade-off somewhere in there. So I'm really hoping that potentially when I get into releasing these songs, people will be like, damn, son, where'd you find this? And like they'll like share that shit. So that'll be pretty cool, if that works that way. I am hoping you guys all become my simps and Samsung? What? Yes, Sims? No, I don't want to rule your lives like a god. Okay, maybe I do, but like my simps. Yes, buy stamps. Okay. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I am hoping that people are like, damn, this is actually pretty good, and they want to share it with their friends. That's only if it's good. And if it's not good, let me know. Because I got 2 songs. One of them is called Keyboard Warrior, of which I think a lot of people are going to like. And then another one's called Carnage, of which I don't know if people are going to like that one as much. But that's the one that the art that I just commissioned is going to be going for. So hopefully, I'm not sure which song I want to release first. Like, I feel like Keyboard Warrior would be the better one to release first. Just because most people know me as a VTuber only, which is kind of funny considering that it's relatively new. Like, I've only been doing it for like a year. But like, it kind of fits it better. And then Carnage, I think, is just more of like one of them like I don't want to say basic, but like it's like your average kind of goth hop. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. I don't care what you want to call it, but I'm calling it goth hop. All right, not golf up, goth hop, goth. Oh my god, I don't have a lisp. Goth hop. There we go. So hard. God damn it, stupid little voice to text motherfucker. All right. Excited to see the art. Oh my god, I can't wait to see this next one. Like the first one, I mean, again, it's a little bit alternative styled. All right. Like it's a little abstract. All right. So you guys are gonna have to, if you're not into that type of art, I'm sorry. I love it. I really want to show it off, but I'm not going to yet. But like, oh my god, it's so cool. Like, I think it looks dope. I'm sure that there's gonna be a lot of people that go like, oh my god, but like the artist is super cool. All right, like the person is super nice. All right, that was technically my first, like, official commission from somebody I didn't know, right? Like, all of my old stuff was from my ex, and then my ref sheet and, like, my main one that I use for a lot of my stuff came from my friend 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭. So, but this was from somebody that I've never met before that reached out to me because I was like, hey, looking for an artist. And they were like, hey, I'm an artist. And I was like, hey, I like your art. And they were like, hey, here's my prices. And I was like, hey, I'm going to pay that. And that is what happened. I gotta adjust. Give me a sec. Ah! I'm getting uncomfy. This chair sucks. I mean, it's good, but it sucks. Quit your fucking squeaking, you bitch. Stop. Stop it. Stop. You'd think I'm talking to an animal or something, but it's my fucking chair. Yeah, so it's like, this is my first commission where I don't know the person, and I think it turned out really freaking well. So, I like it. You know what? Just in spite of all of you guys, I'm gonna look at it right now while you can't. Aw, yeah. It's kind of neat. And they've already said that I can, like, do whatever I want with it, so that's kind of dope. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. But yeah, so what I was saying about, like, spooky stuff. For my IRL channel on YouTube, I want to put shit on there, too, and on my TikTok. So, like, little spooky adventure stuff. I want to record a bunch and then edit it, and then, I guess, technically take that exact same footage and alter it in a way so that the aspect ratio works better for, like, your phone, so I can make it, like, smaller shit for, like, TikTok, or maybe I'll just, like, make two different entire types of videos. I'm not sure. My plan in the future is to get a, I forget what it's called. I always try and remember the name of it, but I'm really bad at remembering. So let me go and look up the name of it. But it's a cool thing that's for your phone that makes so it stays level when you're doing stuff. I think it's in this saved list. Let me look. I'm a searching. Don't mind me as I'm looking up a thing. I think it's called like a gimbal or something. Oh, I'm a scrolling. Holy shit, where could it be? Haha. Gimbal. Yes. Gimbal. Gimbal. It makes it so your phone stays level when you're carrying it. And it's like a tripod kind of thing too, some of them. This one is at least. So, I think that'd be really cool to get at some point, but like they're like $80 plus import fees plus delivery, and it's like, my god. Like, what the heck? But I don't know, it'd be cool. I like it. I want one. So, but it gets rid of a lot of like the blur and shake from videos too. So it'll be good for like TikTok and like YouTube stuff when I record using my phone. Okay. So I don't need that open anymore because we've already come up with that idea. Get rid of that. Let's go over to this and check this out real quick. Now, I know there was a sound effect I wanted to add to my streams that was gonna be for like intense scheming type shit. Because I've already got like the Don't Lose Your Way, right? And I got the Naruto recorder battle music. But I forget what it was. It was like another like battle music type thing, but it was from something. And I can't remember what. Oh. The Dragon Ball Super battle music. Dragon Ball Super fight music. There we go. That's what it was. So then it can be like, you know, when I'm doing fighting in a game, I can just click it and I got music. Instead of always going, don't lose your way. No. I love that I jokingly sing like that, but I don't actually sound like that when I sing. So, Geki, what are you up to tonight? Also, Vex, are you even still here? Because you were here at the start, but I don't know where you are now. I haven't seen you in a little bit. I see him. I see my little lurky boy BB's here. He didn't send a little happy bee, though, that says hello. My goodness. Me hopping up in here, calling my boy out. Playing COD, finishing some camos. Ooh, nice, ooh, nice. I still haven't played COD in, like, forever. Like, absolutely whatsoever, forever. Okay, can I confide something in you, my friends? Can I confide something in you? So, my chair is relatively big because it's a seat from a car that I welded onto the bottom of like a wheelie chair, or I guess the top of a wheelie chair. I took off the chair part of a wheelie chair. All right. And I welded it together. So this chair is relatively large, right? Now, this thing that I would like to confide in you is that I lack physical affection. So I really, 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 really want a cute petite female to sit in my lap in this chair. Because it would be adorable. And like, she doesn't even just sit like in my lap. Like, it's wide enough that she could like sit between my legs forward and we could both like watch movies and stuff. So it would be like super cute. And I'm like, bro, I need this. And like, I'm talking with this really cute, very, very, very cute, petite girl. But like, she has boyfriend, and that is like, damn. But also, boyfriend's a piece of shit. So I'm like, check me out. But I don't know, man. I feel like it would be adorable and it would be good for selfies. That's all I'm saying. Oh, God. The physical affection part. Yeah, like, I don't know. As I said earlier, I cannot remember the last time I got a fucking hug. And it's not like in like a, oh, I'm super depressed. But it's more of like, how do I explain this? There's something nice about knowing someone wants you around. You know? And like, they're like, I like them. And I'm like, damn, thanks. Like, even though I don't feel like, oh, I'm sad I don't have affection. Or like, oh, I'm happy someone's around. There's just something comforting in a way where it's like, this person cares. Neat. You know? But I feel like it would just make for really cute pictures. And it would make watching movies really nice. The only downside is my room gets really fucking hot. So it has to be in the winter when my room gets really fucking cold. So then it'll be like, cuddle up in the warmth. And the best part about my chair, though, is I can get seat covers for it that are meant for a car. And it will work. So I can have like a different colored chair if I wanted. Or I could have like super fluffy. Or I could have like a racing looking chair. You know, like there's so many different things I could do. Actually, that just made me think of something that I need to look up really quick. I need to look this up right now. I need to look this up. And you guys will never know what it is. You will never, ever, ever know what I'm looking at. Unless I end up buying it, in which case then you'll know. But I doubt I'll actually... I found it. Never mind. It's beautiful. I might see if there's anything else that even compares. Anything past the second page that was not worth looking for. Ha! Nothing. This is it. I need this. And you'll never know what it is. Never. I won't allow you. Unless I actually end up buying it. I gotta sneeze. 1 sec. When you sneeze so hard, your tracking explodes. Oh my god, did you guys see that? Holy shit. So something tells me Vex isn't here. She ran away. She ran away from us, motherfuckers. What a bitch. Makes me sad. But she's still a bitch. I don't know. I'm very dumb. I do what I want to do. And now I got sniffles. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Sniffles are not fun. Because that's just going to change how my voice sounds entirely. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. I don't even know anymore. Rel, are you still here? Or are you just playing Minecraft? I'm going to see if my sniffles have made me cuter. Nope, they made me uglier by about 4%. I have become ugly. I am below the 50% margin. Damn. Damn. How am I for gamer-wise, though? I'm a 4 out of 10 gamer. It lines up, man. It lines up. Wow, Gecky, you dropped a whole lot. What did you do? What did you do to become significantly less attractive today? Still 1 out of 10, though. What are the chances that so many of us got 1 out of 10 today? Oh, GamerBot going up. Actually, no, you went down, didn't you? You were higher before. Yeah. I don't know. Banana, how cute are you today, though? Has your cuteness changed? Ah. Also, I've been having like this overbearing urge to play Fallout. Oh, which is weird because I was never really into Fallout that much. But I've been watching so many videos on YouTube of like Fallout challenge runs, like can you beat Fallout 3 with only the repellent stick, or only landmines, or without taking damage, or as a baby, or like without killing anything. Damn! Damn!
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
God damn, Banana. The theory holds true. The cuter you are, the worse a gamer you are. Damn. But I've been watching like a lot of challenge runs, and for Skyrim as well. But oddly enough, I haven't been wanting to play Skyrim or Oblivion. But I've been wanting to play Fallout, and I'm like, I never really played Fallout that much growing up. I was always into Oblivion and then Skyrim. So, like, that's kind of weird. But I want to play it, so maybe I'll do that soon. Who knows? I don't even know anymore. Oh, I also came up with a new scene that I want to do for streams. So I might end up doing that sometime soon. I don't know when I'll set that up or if I even do. But it be what it be. But it's like one of the scenes that I had before where it was like just my head really big over here. And then chat will be over there. Like, I have clips of it like that, so I was like, yo, I should do that again. Because people seem to like it. That was like when I first showed off my waifu voice that was like making people really uncomfortable. Because it was like, I do like this little like, sound at the beginning. And people are like, why do you do that? So I think it's like one of my most like viewed clips on the channel, which is kind of funny. And I still need to make like the singing stage for like the karaoke stream when I eventually do that. But like there's a lot that I gotta do that I have not done. Ouch. Ow. 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 Come on, man. Stop throwing me off. Wait, what? What did I do? What did I do, Gecky? I don't even know what I did. This man out here making me confused and shit.
Oh, what the fart?
I can't believe you. Making me concerned about what me doing. I don't even know what me do. I didn't even do the waifu voice. I just said the little sound. I didn't even do it. Don't you fucking test me. I got sniffles right now. I don't even know if I can do the waifu voice. I don't even know if I can do it.
Gecky.
Nope, I can't even do it right now. I'm like, my nose is plugged.
You want me to talk like...
Nope, I can't do it. See? My nose is plugged. Fuck you. Okay. I can't do it, my friend. So fuck you. Now I'm actually a little bit concerned that I can't.
I bet you really want me to talk like this, though, huh? Never mind, I can.
No, my main issue is I don't know how to giggle in that voice, and I need to learn how to. Because, like, anytime that I'm like,
hi.
it just doesn't sound right. So, I gotta figure out how to make it sound right.
I don't even know anymore. Just let me do my thing.
My nose is so fucking plugged, though. I don't even know. I sneezed once, and now I got sniffles, and it's... Oh, wow. Okay,
You really think you're allowed to just nut? Really? Do it again.
Oh, God. Now, just imagine if, like, my parents came down to say something to me, and then that was the only thing that they heard. They come down, they're about to open my door or knock on my door. They hear that, they go, we failed on that one. And they just fucking leave. They're like, I'm going, whatever it was not important enough to interrupt with that. Oh, God. We failed. we did our best and we still failed. Good thing he has 5 brothers. Oh, God. Though, ideas that I did have for future streams, because I want to do, like, the Halloween crafts and the Goth Kid crafts. So if I can, I might do those both on the same day, because 3 hours is a lot of time for crafts. I have a shirt that I want to turn into a crop top. And then I have a beanie that I want to, like, add studs and, like, hoops to. So, I might do that. I know I've got... I have a jacket that I want to either take the arms off of or give to a friend. So, I'm still trying to decide on that one. I've got another, like, a leather jacket that I used for, like, a pirate cosplay back when I was, like, 15, and the arms on it were, like, whack, so I just, like, cut them off, or I guess I stitch ripped them off. No, I think I cut them, but, like, it needs to be, like, it has to have the armholes sewn, because it's a trench coat, right, but, like, the arms were, like, messed up, so that was why I had it, because I got it for free. So I want to fix the arms on that, and then maybe I'll add, like, spikes or some patches or some shit to that. I'm thinking for, like, Halloween crafts, like, there's these really cool, like, candles that you're able to make using pool noodles, candle lights from the dollar store, like the little battery-powered ones, hot glue, and black paint. So I want to do that. There's this really awesome way to, like, make eyeballs, so that's cool. So I want to do that too. So I'm thinking those will be what we do for that stream. And it should work out pretty well, I believe, probably, hopefully. Trying to think about what else we could do. I know I've got this really cool, like, stand thing that my only idea I've got for it is to put, like, a bottle in it and then put, like, LED light string thing inside the bottle. But, like, I kind of want to use it for, like, an orb and put, like, an orb on it. So I'm trying to decide what to do with that. Like, if I want to do one or the other. And then I've got, like, these really cool looking giant spikes, but I have no idea what to use them for. They just look really cool, and my brother was going to scrap them, so I took them. Because, of course I did. Because they look cool. And that's pretty much all it takes for me to want to get something. I'll be like, that looks neat. I need it. So people are like, okay. But yeah, I got, like, this cool rat guy. He's like a little, like, skeleton rat. I got it at the dollar store. He sits on my computer now. I got, like, a skull, and it sits under my main monitor, and it's in the middle. So I have, like, the 2 phones on either side of it, so it's got some symmetry. Though I need to get a different phone holder for the phone on the left because it's a different size holder, so it's way lower. And then I've got a skeleton owl thing, like, also from the dollar store. It sits on my one shelf. And then I've got like the weird, like, pearlescent skull. It looks sort of like an oil spill on it. It's pretty cool. That's also on the shelf. I've got a lantern. I have that over by my window. I'm trying to think about what else I got. Can't wait for that tapestry to come in because that's going to look fucking dope. And separating my room will be nice. I just need to get myself a bit of money. Be able to get myself a projector to have a projector up in my room too. So I've got, like, a big TV at the foot of my bed for, like, movies. And then I also want to get a bunch of pillows. But the dollar store that I was planning to just go and buy a bunch of pillows for cheap, they stopped selling them. So I was like, shit. Now where am I going to get an excess amount of pillows? Like, I don't know why they would stop selling pillows. Pillows are useful. And, like, $2 or $3 a pillow? Hell yeah. Like a full-size pillow? Damn, son. That'll be cool. But nope, I can't. I was just going to get a bunch of them. And I was going to buy, like, a matching, like, set of, like, Walmart, it's like $15 a pillow. Dollar store was like $2, $3. So, like, I don't want to go to Walmart to go and buy a bunch. That'd be way too expensive. So I'll just wait for the dollar store to get more. But, like, I'm not really one for a bunch of pillows. But just the way that my room would be set up is they would be, like, almost like a couch in a way. Like the back of a couch up against, like, the head of my bed. So it'd work for watching stuff. Yeah. But, what else? What else? Trying to think about what else I was planning for my room. Because my brain just flatlined. Give me a moment. I'm dumb. Give me a minute. I know I need to finish putting up my acoustic foam, but, like, there's no real reason to put up more. Like, half my room is done. The rest has, like, the EVA foam. You got 420 channel points? Nice. Blaze it, homie. You know, what you could do is if you have better TTV, which if you're using Twitch, you should have better TTV installed. If you're using Chrome, which most people are. Like, I think it's like 70-something% of people use Chrome. So if you get better TTV, you can make it so when there's a raid, you auto unjoin. Even though you get more points from it, right? You're not using Chrome at the end. You're not using it? What? If you say you're using Firefox, you better be using Opera GX. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm slowly attempting to swap over to Opera GX, but I can't for one sole reason. It doesn't have, I guess two sole reasons. It doesn't have all my passwords and everything saved on it, like how Google does. Like Google Chrome does, because a lot of my passwords are like Google generated ones. And then also, it doesn't have a lot of extensions. And I need a video fast forward or playback speed extension, because I watch all of my YouTube videos in 3 times speed, if not more. Yeah, like, I like it, but I also don't like it. You know, like, if it had more extensions, then I would swap to it. Like, I am more than willing to just use Google and open up Chrome solely to be able to get my passwords on things if I needed to. But it's straight up like that YouTube, like, fast forward thing. Like, I have to watch videos at like 3 times speed or more. So the fact that it doesn't have that is the only thing that is really holding me back from using it. But I do like how it has like a auto dark mode for all websites, or most websites. It has a limiting amount of stuff. You have quick access to your stuff on the left side. Like, it's super useful for people with only 1 monitor. But I have 4. So I don't need to worry about that. Like,
you better get a 5th one just to be sure.
Catter! Hello.
And just so you know, I did have 5 monitors. But there's not enough desk space here. So 4 is enough.
That's just unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, it would block out my lights, so it works. Like, I only need 4. Yeah, I kind of do for, you know, my tracking. Limit how much RAM CPU space it uses. Yeah, like, that's what I really like about it, actually. Because, like, Google Chrome uses so much fucking RAM. But, Catter, my friend, how have you been?
Pretty damn good.
Yeah, you must have been living a fun life this past week.
Didn't reply to a single one of my messages.
Listen, man, I've had a fucking week, okay?
You said it was a good one. Don't you fucking lie to me now.
Good is a relative word here.
That's fair. Did you see the messages I sent you last night?
Yes, I did, and I'm gonna have to watch that show now. Thank you.
It is so good. All right, I'm just gonna give you the quickest rundown. All right, I'm not gonna spoil anything. All right, what I'm going to quote unquote spoil happens in the first scene of the show. All right, like the first like minute. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So there's a guy, and he gets in a car accident and kills somebody. All right, and goes to jail. That's like the first scene of it. All right. So he ends up going back to his small town that's on an island. And like the church has taken over. And supernatural stuff starts happening. And it puts like this huge fucking spin on this supernatural thing that's happening. And they make it about like Jesus. And it sounds bad, but it's actually so amazingly well written. It's a little slow to get into at first, but it is so worth it. I binge watched the whole thing yesterday. Like, I spent 7 hours watching Netflix, and I don't do that. So it was so worth it. And you also, if you pay attention, you learn about the Catholic Bible. So that's kind of cool. It was neat. I liked it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, actually, I did kind of spoil one thing for you that I haven't spoiled for chat yet. So, about the cryptid that it is.
Oh, yeah, I won't mention anything.
Okay, okay. Also, hi, Rel.
Why, hello!
What the fuck? Why are you in a McDonald's drive-thru?
No, he's using the Alistair voice mod. Fine.
Ah. Man, it's been so long since I've heard Alistair, I don't even know what it sounds like anymore. Goddamn.
But, since you plugged something to me, I'll plug something to you. How about that?
Oh, okay, okay.
Check out a podcast called The Magnus Archives.
Why is that ringing a bell?
You know, I have to resent that. Like, just because it sounds like Alistair and also it's called Radio Demon does not instantly make it the Alistair sound, okay?
It 100% is, and we all know it.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Okay, we're good. I'm fine. It's fine.
Did something happen?
I got an eyelash in my eye just now, and
Oh
that
my
burned like a
god, the
motherfucker.
worst. The worst. Oh boy. Oh, so Ketter, remember how almost a year ago, I saw that thing in the woods with that cute witch girl, and I was like, nope.
I do
It was
recall
like
this,
yeah, like the Native American thing that I was like, oh, hell no, I don't even know what the fuck that is, but I'm getting this urge to, I need to get the fuck out of here. And it's not even like a fear. It's more of like, you're not welcome. If you go in, you will die. Like, and I was like, oh, shit, right? So I started talking with her again. Pardon?
Sorry, go on.
No. What'd you say?
I said, joke's on you. I want to die.
Yeah, how come you never just whip the phone out and just...
To be honest, as dumb as it sounds, with how integrated our entire society is with phones now, you don't think about that. But I'm definitely going to be doing that when her and I go and chill. I'm going to have my phone out the whole time because we're going to be recording it and stuff. So I started talking with her again, and we want to go back and check it out, but not in winter. So we're going to be going relatively soon because snow is supposed to show up for us soon. So, which means that snow is coming for you too, Ketter. Hey.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
I fucking know it, man. Leaves are turning. It's been raining for 3 days straight.
Right?
I'm smoking a fine cigar. You know, there are signs that these things are going to happen.
Yeah. But I'm going to see if she's cool with me doing some recording with her around, because I need to make stuff for like my IRL TikTok, my IRL YouTube channel. And I need to get some recording done for my like horror channel, because I was doing pretty good. I got 2 videos up and then I stopped because I got so like, I'm overworked because I've been doing shit, of which I'm going to be waking up super early tomorrow to go and do more shit, but it's not labor intensive shit tomorrow. It's more of like pulling a shit ton of nails from like floors and studs and doing a bunch of sweeping of like picking up debris and shit and shoveling. So it's not going to be like labor intensive stuff. So that's kind of nice. And it's only going to be a few hours of my dad and I just chilling and doing this, but it'll be fun. It's just going to suck that I just fixed my sleep schedule last night. And
The fuck is the sleep schedule?
8 a.m. to noon. Yeah, I just fixed that last night. So I finally went to bed at 8 a.m. instead of like 3 a.m. at the latest. And I was like, yes. And then I woke up at noon. I mean, I laid in bed for 3 hours, but like I still woke up at noon. And I was like, yes, I fixed it. Then I got a text today. Hey, you want to come do more shit? And I was like, I mean, I like money. So yeah, I'm just going to be tired. Because I just fixed my sleep schedule. And now I'm going to go to bed early again. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stream tonight because I'm sick and tired of not streaming. Because this is where my... this is my happy space. But it's more of like, I like working. And this is part of my work. And now that my body is adjusted to like doing physical manual labor type shit. Because like, I said it earlier in stream. But like, I took a shower. And then as I walked past the mirror, I kind of glanced at myself. And I was like, oh, look at that boy. Right? I was like, look at them muscles, man. Because, like, I just was coincidentally standing with good posture when I did it. And I was like, damn. Like, my arms and my chest and my abs and my neck. And oh, my God, it actually looks kind of good. But I'm, like, 15 pounds lighter now. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm bulked. Oh, and my hands. Okay, so, Rel, you'll be happy to know this. So, you know those gloves I keep wearing? The one with the zippers on it? Right? The ones that you make me take off on my IRL streams. My hands are starting to rip them because my hands got more muscular, which sounds like the dumbest thing, but my hands are wider now from the muscle on them, from swinging hammers and gripping stuff and ripping things apart. So I was putting on the glove earlier and all I heard is like, and I was like, oh man. And I looked and I tore one of the seams. So obviously I finished putting it on, but I don't think I'm going to be wearing these much anymore. So that kind of sucks. But I have another pair of gloves. That's another thing. I was going to talk about that too. With like the goth kid crafts and stuff. One of them is going to be showing how to properly cut gloves so that you didn't cut the fingers too short. Yes. So then you have fingerless gloves. Because I have a pair that they're the exact same gloves I had when I was like 13. And I was like, yo, I like those. And then I saw them and I was like, yo, the memories. So I bought them and I'm going to cut the fingers off of them. They're like these, they're just from the dollar store. They're like these black gloves with like skulls on them. Or a skull face thing with a weird design around it. It's kind of dope. So, but I'm hoping I can get myself back to streaming every day because I've missed it. I just need to figure out what people want to do, if we still want to play Spyro or not, because Spyro keeps having a lot of issues, and then it won't let my controller be read by any game after I load up Spyro now, so I don't want to play with keyboard and mouse. So, I don't know if we're going to play the whole trilogy. Beat the first game, we're 2/3 through the second one. Yeah. But I think next game would be either Alien Isolation, or if we end up reaching this tip goal, it'll be Doom 2016 because spooky month. I just went to like 12 different topics so quickly. I am so sorry. Like, that was ADHD's embodiment right there. Holy shit. Guys, you still there?
I'm vaguely
Did I
alive.
scare you off? Oh, man. Am here? I feel like I just, I scared off both Keter and Rel there for a minute. They were like, what the fuck? This man... Does he want to talk about any of these things or just mention all of them at once? Oh, God.
You're basically like, hey, I'm just going to list like 17 things here real quick. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that's kind of how my brain works, though.
you know, it just goes the way it does.
But yeah, that podcast you mentioned. What? Heh, yeah, that. Plug it.
The Magnus Archive.
Yes.
It's a couple years old now, and I think it actually just finished. But it's very SCP-esque, but also extremely Lovecraftian.
Okay. You have my attention.
I can give a general premise without spoilers if you'd like.
Oh, is it sort of like a radio show kind of podcast?
Yes, it is very much. It is very much in the vein
I get
of a
War of the
radio.
Worlds, but SCP.
Yeah, kinda.
That actually sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, so it focuses around a place called the Magnus Institute.
Okay.
And it follows an archivist in the Magnus archives.
Okay.
And he's tasked with cleaning up the archives from his predecessor, who was doing a not so good job at maintaining their archives. The Magnus Institute are people who investigate spooky happenings.
Like me.
Yeah, except in their world, it's way fucking worse.
I don't know, man. You haven't met my ex. No.
Yes, I have.
Not the one you're thinking. Not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Not the one you're thinking of. Trust me. I would not let you suffer through that.
Fair enough.
Oh man. But yeah. So it's called the Magnus Institute?
The Magnus Archives.
Oh, okay. Where can I listen to it? On YouTube?
YouTube.
Awesome. All right.
The whole
If
thing.
you want to link me that later or just like type it out and then I'll look it up later, I will listen to that
give me a
later
sec
on.
here.
Yeah. No big rush
I
on
will
it, man.
send you a link to the full playlist because I have it at the ready. Because
I mean, that works perfectly then. So it's a radio show kind of thing of a spooky, almost SCP like Lovecraftian spookiness. I dig it.
Kind of.
Huh. Neat. I like the idea already. Just looking at my messages I sent you yesterday. It's all caps. Bro, I swear the show I'm watching on Netflix has a flesh gate or some shit. Shit's dope now. Like, and then like, what is this, like hours later? Yeah, exactly an hour later. Exactly an hour later.
And then
start saying more, but not in all caps.
5:50 in the morning.
Hey, I had to finish watching the show. I told you, every episode's an hour, and there's 7 episodes, man. It was kind of funny. Also, there's that just reminded me of a part of the text from the Catholic Bible I need to go and check up real quick. So, somebody talk about something while I look this up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kat. I'll be your pilot for the evening. If you look out your left window, you'll notice that this plane is actually imaginary. Don't be alarmed. You have nothing to worry about. Just remember, none of this is real. Wake up. Please. We've been trying to reach you. Wake up.
Is this about my car's extended warranty?
How did you know that?
What's wrong with you guys? Okay, yeah, so I just found it. The thing I was looking up. So it's in a lot of different Bibles. All right. And it is Deuteronomy or
Deuteronomy?
Pardon?
Deuteronomy?
Yes. You guys know I'm bad with big words. 10:17. And I'm gonna look for. Let's just look at the first one here. New International Version. All right. It's pretty much the same phrasing about all of them. For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome, who shows no partially and accepts no bribes. There's one part I would like to point out really quick. For the Lord your God is God of gods. Does that mean polytheism is in the Catholic Bible? Just saying. There's multiple gods. I thought there was only one God.
You're going to upset the whole fucking Catholic faith, man. You got to stop now. The Pope's assassins are coming for you right now.
I mean, I'm all for it, though. Like, I don't mind being that guy that's like, wait a minute, hold up. Why is there God of gods? Why are there more gods? I thought there was only one God. It's in your book. Actually, like, there's one thing I really want. I want to have, like, a Jehovah's Witness or, like, one of them morbid missionaries walk up to me on the street, because, of course, they're going to talk to me, right? Look at this man with a bunch of piercings and chains and ripped up clothes. He's a sinner. He's a sinner. I would like to get a copy of their version of the Bible. Either of them. Well, actually, I would like both. But just so I can read through them. Because I've read, like, you know, the English Quran. I've read the Catholic Bible. I've read the Christian Bible. I've read the Baptist Bible. Which, did you know that that's a different thing?
Yes, I did, because my
I
grandmother's
thought Baptist was Catholic.
It is not.
It's not. There's a Baptist church at the end of my street, and I'm like, I should just go in there and talk to them, because I have no idea what the fuck they are now. Because I thought Baptist was, you know, baptism. You know, like, you fucking dunk that little, like, newborn baby underwater and let it suffer and drown for a moment, and then it goes like, I'm alive, holy shit. But yeah, Baptist is its own thing, so it shows I could always learn new things. But, like, I like when, like, Christians or Catholics or anyone that follows Islam, any of that, when they say something negative about, you know, whatever else, like another religion, another type of people, anything like that, and especially when they say it to me, because I look at them and go, so you're kind of an asshole, all right? I'm more of an asshole. And which God do you follow? And if they cannot name their God, I already know I have a step ahead of them, because I act very stupid at first. I'm like, oh, wait, hold up. Like, what religion are you? Wait, so is that the one with, like, the God or whatever kind of guy? And, like, the Jesus dude? Or is that the one with, like, the other guy? Right? And then they'll be like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm like, oh, okay. So, I've read the Tanakh. I mean, if you don't speak Hebrew, the Torah. And it's, you know that you have multiple gods in your theism, right? They're like, nope. I'm like, well, it's the original book of God. Well, it was wrong. I'm pretty sure God's book wasn't wrong. He's God. You know, the Tanakh, those are his words. Not someone's interpretation. Those were his exact words. Like, oh God. And then like, oh, like, okay, well, you know that your God is a lesser deity, right? No, God is God. I'm like, what's your God's name? It's God. It's Yahweh. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know that? You know that your entire religion comes from Judaism, right? And they're like, well, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. Jesus was a Jew. And they're like, and then I just start schooling them on their own thing. And then they're like, oh, God. And I'm like, oh, by the way, I've read your book and all the others. And then they're like, oh, shit. And then it's just like, wah, ha, 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 ha. So I like fucking with people like that. But I can't do that with Johos or with Mormons because I haven't read their books. And apparently I haven't read the Baptist one either. But that'd be easy enough. I just need to go down the street and ask if I can get a copy of their book. I don't want to sit in on a Sunday, though, because, like, everyone in the neighborhood knows me. Like, they're just going to look at me weird, the fact that I went in there. But whatever. Because, like, everyone in my neighborhood knows me now, because I'm the only person in my neighborhood that looks like me. Like, chains, ripped up clothes, you know. all the piercings. So, but and the reason I brought up, can you say the word again?
Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy, 10:17, is because it is mentioned in Midnight Mass, which is the show I was talking about. And I was like, wait a minute. God of gods? Hold up. So, I find it neat. And also, did you know that priests and scribes go against religion? It's in Matthew. Trust no scribe or priest, for you shall call no person father. You have one Father, and his name is God. You're not supposed to trust anyone with the name, or anyone that is a priest or a scribe, according to the Catholic Bible, according to Matthew.
And here's something I'd like to point out too, and this is a real fun fact for anyone who hasn't read a Christian Bible before. So it's split up into two sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament is what Trash was talking about. It's basically the same thing as the Tanakh or the Torah. There are some modifications in there, but they're functionally the same thing for the most part.
Yeah,
so the New Testament is where it kind of gets weird, especially towards the end. And so most people, when you talk about a Bible, you're talking about the King James Bible. Well, that's not the only Bible. And technically, the Bible consists of something like 64 books in total.
Yeah.
And a lot of them you can't even get a fucking hold of. You just can't. For instance, so Deuteronomy is one of the books. Matthew is another one of the books. You know, I say books, but they're all contained within one book.
Well, there's stories.
Yeah. But for instance, there's one named the Book of Enoch. Do you know who Enoch was? Most people don't. He's the son of Noah.
Enoch was a Messiah, wasn't he?
He's was it Noah or Moses? He was the son of either Noah or Moses, and I can never remember which fucking one it was.
Enoch. I would assume Moses based off the name.
It probably is Moses.
Yeah, it sounds Arabic. Or Hebrew, one of the two.
Yeah, he wrote a whole fucking book about angels.
My favorite thing is when someone says an angel, like, Lucifer was a fallen angel, and I'm like, no, he wasn't. He was a disciple, or he was a messenger of God. Well, that's what the angels were. No, angel is a term for those with the name that ends in L. Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, like how Lilith is, the term used for the Liliths, things whose name ended in Illith. And people are like, wait, what? I'm like, it wasn't Adam's first wife. That's not a thing.
No,
but
people love to tout that one though. But it's
Well, see, now here's the thing, and you can't necessarily fault them for it because they.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not that guy.
No, well, it's also you read the book as a kid, right? And then you are to open the Christian Bible, or at least this is how the Christian church works. Sorry, and the Catholic, to my knowledge. You have your sermons and all that, and you'll read certain excerpts from the Bible that the priest has, chosen for that week or that night, or got work in the morning, going to bed. All right, Rel, love you, homie. Thanks for being here. So you read only bits and pieces of it, but it's not like you read it every single night, or you read it multiple times a week or anything like that, right? Or even once a week, right? And your memory does fade and misunderstand things and misrepresent things that have happened in your past. Now, if you are going off the word of a person, and as everyone knows, humans are fallible, even your priest, father, whatever you wish to call them, right? If they themselves don't remember properly, and they think they do because, hey, I've read the book enough times, right? It's a big book, right? You might misunderstand one thing, you might missay something once in a while, and it just becomes a game of telephone with you and your, like, the other people in your church. So you missay things, and then people go, yeah, that was close enough, or, you know, like, oh, that's right. And then eventually you misunderstand what everything was because you're not reading it all the time, right? So in a way, it does kind of make sense that things would go amiss every once in a while, and, you know, eventually people are like, oh, I know the book, and then they'll say, I'm gonna write my my version of the Bible, because I would still like to, I would like to get my name out there, and I feel like there are some things that were said incorrectly, and then they put in the things that they heard in church instead of what the actual words were from the previous Bible, right? And, you know, disagreements happen in churches all the time, and that's why sometimes, you know, sects will, sect, not, it's, I didn't say sex, I said sect, all right, stupid ass voice to text thing, that's why they'll, like, divide and create new churches, because they disagree on something, right? So you can't necessarily fault people for misremembering things every once in a while, because we're all fallible, right? And that's why there's so many different Bibles too. But, like, how do I want to phrase this without being super disrespectful? The Book of God, all right, is translated from various different languages all across the world to try and, you know, convert people to the faith, even though that's a sin. So anytime you translate something, there is going to be mistranslations, like from English to Japanese, for example, right? There are Christian Japanese people, right? However, a lot of our words don't translate correctly because they're entirely different languages that have different language structure. So if it were to be translated, say, from Hebrew to Arabic to English, right? If you were to get an English version of the Quran, right? Because the Quran is, in their words, the perfect version of God's word, right? Because, like, they translated it from Hebrew into Arabic because Arabic is their holy language, right? It's their language. Now, if you were to convert the Quran into English, there's going to be mistranslations as opposed to going straight from Hebrew to English, right? So if I have an English version of the, like, if I have the Torah, right, which, again, originally was in Hebrew as the Tanakh, then there's going to be a difference, even though they're both the translation, you know? So, like, it kind of makes sense why, on top of already people misremembering stuff, translation can also cause some serious issues. Like,
and on top of that, too, I'll point out that the original Tanakh was written in the, like, I forget, it's pre-Hebrew, basically. It was the proto-language that came before Hebrew.
I think it's actually called Proto-Hebrew.
It may be. I don't remember. I looked into it one time.
Or Proto-England Sax or some shit like that. I don't know. Something along those lines. But yeah, you're right. My favorite thing is how people are so, like, misinformed about shit, right? Like, those that say that the pentagram is the symbol of the devil. And I'm like, it predates your religion by, like, 5,000 years. Like, in ancient Mesopotamia, they had the fucking pentagram because it's a star. Like, we can look up in the sky, and some of us have that weird thing with our eyes where lights kind of go in weird directions instead of just being a dot, you know? So, like, if you're, like, driving down the street, you see a whole bunch of, like, weird lines instead of just, like, dots of where the light is. It's just the shape of your eye, right? So if enough people have that, it's possible that you see multiple from something far off in the sky, and that you have, like, 5 different dots, 5 different lines, and there you go. Astigmatism, exactly, Banana. See, you even know what I'm talking about, and I explained it so poorly. So, it's entirely possible that people are like, ah, that is a thing of God, because, like, when you think about it, because we've had the same brain for, like, thousands upon thousands of years, right? Like, I think it's close to, like, 30,000 years. Humans haven't changed, right? So, we're, like, just imagine ancient ones. We're out in a plain or something like that, and we make our little campfire for the night, and we see off in the distance, BB, hello! We see our campfire, and then we look off in the distance, and way out there we see another campfire, right? We know well, that's another person. And then off in the distance, another direction, we see another campfire, right? It's just a faint glow, but it's a little dot on the horizon that we're able to see. But then they look up to the sky, and they see all those other campfires, because they don't understand, right? They're ancient humans. They see all these other campfires up there, and they go, wow, those people are up there. We can't get up there. Those people must be, like, so much more powerful than us, so much more different than us. Like, they must be gods, right? And, like, that's why a lot of, like, ancient religions and, you know, like, mythology is just religions that, you know, we stopped believing in.
Oh, and you want a real kick in the pants, too? Like, Christianity is one of the most... It's a bastard religion.
Oh, yeah.
It is stolen from Hinduism, from fucking Judaism. Heaven and hell, that fucking concept comes from a religion called Zoroastrianism. The Great Flood, the flood that, you know, that wiped out all the sinners and whatever from fucking Noah's Ark. Yeah, that came from Babylonia, by the way, from their fucking religion.
Yeah, and then there's also yeah, like, what else was the thing I was gonna say? Oh, and a lot of pagan stuff. Like, Christmas is pagan. They just turned
Christmas
it into celebrating God. That was how they converted so many pagans.
It was, actually.
So, we sing the campfire song. Oh, God. I have it bad. Oh, that's kind of sucks, Banana Bot. I'm sorry, homie. But yeah, what I was saying about the campfire thing. So, like, that's where a lot of shit ends up coming from. And then, you know, eventually over time, you know, people start to develop more and we start understanding, oh, they're in the same spot every night. Because we're not traveling anymore. We've created towns and villages and cities. You know, we see that they go in the same spot every night. So those must be something up there. That must be another spot to get to, right? And then when you die, well, we just hope that we get to go there too. So that's kind of where a lot of mythos comes from, right? Well, what else comes from the sky? Lightning. So there's your idea of smiting. Zeus, Odin, right? Odin's son Thor, you know, like, even Thor. So many people are like, Odin didn't shoot lightning. And I'm like, Thor shot lightning because Odin could shoot lightning. Just like how Thor's sons were able to shoot lightning. Like, that was just, it's smiting. That's what they could do. The only difference is one used a fucking hammer. The others used axes and shit. Or, like, there's so many things, but it's like the things from the sky that we don't understand as ancient humans ended up developing other things for us, that, like, religion and culture, right? So, and then eventually we end up getting, like, telescopes and shit. We're like, ah, that one's a different color. Oh, we can see that one is a different shape. Oh, that one ends up changing, blah, 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 blah. And, like, some people are like, Christmas is Jesus's birthday. And then others are like, no, it's Easter. And it's like, well, Christmas...
No, most people who actually, like, study theology believe that he was born sometime in, like, mid-May or some shit. I forget exactly when it was.
I mean, I'm not going to say Jesus wasn't a real person. It's entirely possible he was a real person. I mean, think about it. We know about Alexander the Great. He's very old. We know about ancient Egyptians. They're really old. So there's nothing saying that Jesus wasn't real. However, it's the same as how we attribute things to other people, right? Like Saint Nicholas, right? He was just a really good dude. So we made an entire cultural icon around him back in, what was it, the 1930s? 1940s?
Yeah, it was like the 1930s when the traditional, what we understand as Christmas came to be, or I'm sorry, Santa came to be.
Like, because
Because
Christmas
like
has been
people,
around.
we're
but
not even sure
that.
that Saint Nicholas ever actually existed. Honestly.
Yeah, we just have
There are
stories
records
of
of
him.
him showing up at a place called, or at an event called the Council of Nicaea, which, fun fact, by the way, is basically the same. It was the Catholic art. It was the Catholic equivalent to the argument: is a hot dog a sandwich?
What?
Don't ask. Basically, the Council of Nicaea came about because, you know, Jesus was kind of a new thing when that happened, and they're like, hey, so, you know, we're supposed to worship the one true God, but he's the Son of God, but he was also kind of God because he was the Son of God and God made him, and so is he as important as God? And there was this whole, like, you could just imagine a bunch of
You know what's
old
funny?
white dudes
You know what's
talking in
funny?
circles for hours about this.
So we're all the children of God, right? But then Mary was impregnated by Gabriel.
Yeah.
Not God.
Well, he came and he planted the seed that God gave him. Whatever. It's
So that's just saying an angel came down and nutted in a virgin, of which was 14 years old, by the way.
yeah. No, there's. Listen,
But we're missing the point of what I was going to get to. So, like,
the Bible.
I'm not denying that Jesus was a real guy. It's just entirely possible that we're misinterpreting a lot of the things that had occurred, and we're just attributing more factors towards him, like turning water into wine, a miracle. However, there's a type of mushroom that you can find over in Europe and in the Middle East that if you let it bud and grow, and then you shave it off, like bits of it, and then you were to take that and dry it, you can make alcohol that tastes like it's been aged for 10 plus years in about 2 minutes. And it is intoxicating just by adding that to water. Now, I don't remember the exact mushroom. I can look it up. I know I have it saved in a file folder somewhere on the interwebs that I was looking up random mushroom stuff because I get fixated. Like, I wonder if how did Jesus make water? I literally had this one day. I was like, how did Jesus make water into wine? Right? Like, what would be the scientific way of doing that? So then my brain goes, well, what can turn water into other things? Well, wine is a poison, so maybe a mushroom. And then I started looking at mushrooms that could, you know, alter water. And then I found it. So, but I'd have to look it up again and find it. But, what was I going to say? Oh, well, going on to the idea of like heaven and hell type thing. Catholic and Christian Bible. And I could be incorrect about this one. It's been a while since I've read it, but I believe also in the Quran.
Yeah,
and
the Quran has
in,
heaven.
Yeah, and in the Torah, they don't. Hell doesn't exist. It's not mentioned. Technically.
Yeah, no. So in the Quran and Torah, it's never mentioned, and in the Old Testament is not. However, in the New Testament, which is, you know, what separates Christianity from Judaism, that's
Yeah.
But again, the idea.
But you
got to
take the original book.
Zoroastrianism.
But you get put into this other realm, pretty much, and if you are unpure, you spend a year of torture in this world, and if your spirit cannot be cleansed, then you get annihilated. They believe in annihilationism. Like,
yeah, where you just cease to be.
You just cease to
entirely.
exist, which is the same thing as what atheists believe. And then when you really think about it, you can attribute atheism and all forms of, or not all, sorry, the majority of Western religions to the same thing. Because if I don't believe that there is a... Pardon?
Fear-mongering?
No. I mean being the same concept. Of which I guess fear-mongering would be that too. Vex, you're finally back. What's up, bitch? Oh, first try. Look at this bitch. So, if you take the idea of there being a God that is all-seeing, right? And this gets into Buddhism, honestly. And it's all-seeing. But we're all made of atoms, right? And we know that like 99% of an atom is not real. right? There's nothing, right? There's protons and electrons and a neutron, right? So if 99% of it doesn't exist, and yet we're a whole bunch of it, just being really closely packed together and vibrating slowly, all right? Or the majority of us is vibrating slowly, I suppose, because we're a solid for the most part. Would that not mean
30% gas?
Pardon?
That speak for yourself. I'm 35% gas.
All right, man. Well, you should see a doctor about that and stop eating Chipotle.
It's good though.
Good though. My booty just hurt. But if there's so much of us that doesn't exist, right? And yet we're still here. And when you die, your cells all break down and cease function, and then that last bit of DMT, the chemical in your brain that pretty much gives you the same effect as like being on drugs, all just gives you that big dump of it when you're dying. And you experience all your memories and all of your dreams and everything is all melding together, and it feels like an eternity that you're going through it. I mean, that could just be like people having near-death experience. As someone who has technically died several times, you do get that. Now, mine, I wouldn't say was like super dreamful. Mine was more of just like my brain had a bunch of memories and then it was just nothingness, but I was like floating. And it's almost euphoric in a way because you don't feel anything. You don't feel sad. You don't feel happy. You don't feel, I mean, I guess I already feel like that now, but like, you don't feel empty either, right? There's just nothing and it's nice. It's blissful. So if so much of you doesn't exist, and when you die, your brain stops existing because you're the electrical impulses between that gaps, right? Because, I mean, you're just a giant biological computer. And if we are all...
Oh my.
Aki, hello! We're
Can't
talking
talk
about
much
religion
past
and
work.
stuff.
Hello.
It's alright, man. I'm gonna be ending stream soon anyways. But I appreciate you dropping the sub, Holmes. Almost at 2 years. It would have been over 2 years at this point if I kept my affiliate status. But I do appreciate you and I love you, homie. How's work going? A brain piloting a meat mech. I mean, yeah, right? Nothing goes away necessarily. Energy always revolves and passes. Exactly. But, so the idea that atheism and the majority of Western religions are the exact same concept, just viewed from a different perspective, goes into what Buddhism is, right? So if we're all these electrical impulses, right, and we are all God's children, right, that means that if God is all-seeing and we are all God because we are all made of the same thing, that means that we're all seeing. We're all knowing because each of us knows everything, or not everything around us, but collectively we start to know things, right? Now, I don't know everything that you know, and you don't know everything that I know. However, together, I know it, like, we both know everything that I know and everything you know because we can give that information, right? Now, if every single being and living thing in all of existence across all forms of time, space, and planes are able to do that, and we all collectively were together, we would ourselves be God because God is in all of us, right? Now, atheism is believing that there isn't a God out there, right? You believe in when you die, you cease to exist, which is true, right? So, essentially, it's the same concept based off the fact that it's two different perspectives on the same thing, right? I now have a rainbow mic. Why, thank you. So, not too bad. Work is good at work. Got a pay raise finally in Overnight's Premium. Dude, that's fucking dope. By the way, we gotta chill sometime, man. So if you look at different perspectives, and again, this is looking at it from like the Buddhism standpoint, right? Of like essentially trying to reach nirvana, which is, you know, trying to experience life in the same way as like the best way that you can, right? Because you will cease to exist, but your energy will carry on because energy, we all know, doesn't go away. It just changes shape, right? You get heat, you're able to generate light because heat heats the thing up and it starts to glow red or yellow or whatever. Eventually it gets white hot, right? It creates light. That's how like filament light bulbs, like incandescent light bulbs work. We use heat through an electrical current to generate light. It's energy changing shape and form. You can use sound to vibrate something. Well, now it has become a force, right? You can use sound to like break things. Well, now those things have a movement to them, right? Like you can use heat to liquefy something. Well, now that thing, it makes a sizzling sound. Well, that sound is one of the, you know, the side effects of it. Energy is ever changing, and you are a collection of electricity. You are energy. So when you cease, you're gone, and yet you're still there because 99% of you is open air, but it's so closely packed that you can't see it or feel it or know it's there without studying it and finding it on an atomic level. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we don't believe in a God, and yet we all are God, but it's a different perspective of understanding, looking at everything from a singular point of view, or looking at everything as a collective whole. It's just two perspectives on the same idea. It's trash. I'm a stream till 2. It's only 2:20. The word of God is theorized to be the sound wave of creation, enough to manipulate matter. See, you know, there's different conceptual beliefs on it, though, right? But like, yeah, you are right. Like, it's a form of energy, right? Like, and if we want to take it from a different perspective, it could just be a fourth dimensional being. I mean, I can draw a 2D figure. I made a two-dimensional being. If I animate it, I am its God. It is moving on a 2D plane, right? So I have made a two-dimensional creature, right? I have full control over its entire existence. So there is the concept that a fourth dimensional being can do that to us because we're three-dimensional beings, you know? Let's fucking go with topics. Hey, man, once Keter gets in here, him and I just like to talk. And generally, it's just him chain smoking and listening to me talk and then giving points. And I know you're giving me shit. It's fine.
To be
but
fair,
yeah, like there's...
I'm not smoking tonight. I just have a cigar.
Well, that's pretty much the equivalent with how much you're going to have to puff on that thing to keep it going.
Touche.
Yeah, I've had a cigar before. I'm not a fan of them. I'm not going to lie. I don't mind. I like listening to you talk. I appreciate that. Keter and I really do got to start up a fucking podcast. Like, we could just set a topic for a night and then we'll just talk about it. Like, we'll do like a bunch of research on it or have like a bunch of notes and like maybe like wiki pages and websites and shit pulled up, and then we'll just like talk about it. So, because like there's so many cryptids we could talk about. There's SCPs we could talk about. There's religions we could talk, or I guess religion in general, because for the most part they're all generally the same concept. So, you know, like I'd like to think that we're both very well versed in what we talk about. I mean, I need to find my copies of my religious books, but I don't know if I want to have those in my altar once I end up making it, you know? I mean, they are part of my practice, so technically, but I don't know. Maybe I'll make like a little bookshelf underneath it for them. It might be an idea. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. I should do that. Just make a bookshelf underneath for it. And then I'll put like my English Quran. I'll put my Christian, my Catholic Bibles, a Torah. Yeah. There's also a bookstore at the end of my street. So maybe I can go up there and check and see if they have any that I don't have. That'd be kind of cool. And then I can read them too. Yeah. I should do that once I got some more money. I keep thinking, once I have some more money, I got to do this. And then I got to do this. And then I got to do this. And it's like, man, what I really got to do is I got to set up that projector above my bed. But I need to get a projector. And then I can lay in bed and watch shit. Oh, man. Keter, is there anything else that you want to talk about tonight?
I got nothing at this point.
All right. Well, then I've got one thing that has popped into my head. So remember how I was talking about Deuteronomy 10:17 earlier, right? And I read the New International Version. Well, you mentioned the King James Bible. Now, it's a fair bit different than the International Version. So again, I'm gonna read Deuteronomy 10:17, and this is the international version. For the Lord your God is God of gods, the Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality, partiality. That looks right. Yeah, shows no partiality and accepts no bribes. Right. The King James version. For your Lord is For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons nor taketh reward. That's a little bit sketchier, man. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, man. And then there's the New King James Version. For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality nor takes a bribe. Why is there difference? They're both King James.
Who the hell knows?
Sounds like a warden versus a father. Oh, God. You're right.
Listen, if you're trying to tell me that I can't bribe God, I'm still gonna fucking try.
I could bribe him. You know how easy it'd be to bribe him? Like, so many people are like, you can't bribe God, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's perfect. Motherfucker, he ain't perfect. He sent a mama bear to go and kill 47 children because 2 made fun of, what was it? It wasn't Moses. Was it Muhammad? For being bald? I don't remember which one.
Yeah, basically some kids made fun of some guy for being bald, and God was like,
no, and he told God, he said, God, can you smite these children? And instead of smiting them, he sent a mother bear to mangle and murder them and 45 other children in the village to prove a point of don't call people bald. Like, it's so easy to bribe him, apparently. Just be like, hey, yo, I'm giving out your word. Would you mind murdering these children for me? Like... All right.
I'd like to point out my latest headcanon is that the Christian God is actually the flayed one, who's one of the earliest known human gods, or gods that humans worship. And he's just been masquerading all these years, and one day we will all be flayed like he is.
Well, shit. Kill the city if they didn't put blood on their door. I mean, yeah, fair. From Matthew 23:9. All right. In Matthew 23:9, Jesus emphasizes the primary role of our Heavenly Father. He created us in his image and likeness, which is Gen 1:26 through 28. He made Genesis, sorry. He made us his children through baptism and the death and resurrection of his Son. Because God created us in his image and likeness, we share in the attributes of God. Insofar as men share in the attributes of the Father, they participate in the one fatherhood of God. Now, it says in Matthew 23:9, Jesus says, and call no man your father on earth, for you have one Father who is in heaven. What the fuck? I can't call my dad father? But he is my father. But yeah, it's just, and it says, many people interpret this to mean, do not call a priest father and do not call your dad father. Some who hold this opinion go further and believe that calling a priest father violates scripture because it seemingly involves the rejection of a direct command from Jesus. This is a common objection to the Catholic Church, but if we believe the conclusion that it is wrong to call others father, then what are we to make of the scriptures that contradict this one? For example, in Mark 7:9 through 13, Jesus criticized the Pharisees and scribes for not honoring their fathers. Furthermore, calling the apostles and their successors father was common within the scripture or early Christian communities, and that gives 3 different links. As in the case of all scriptural interpretations, we must understand this passage in light of the rest of the scripture. This interpretive principle is called the analogy of faith. Now, if I were to look up Matthew 23, not just Matthew 23:9. All right. Actually, I could probably just Yeah, do that. And I go through and I look for where is it? Give me a sec. I'm trying to find it in here. There's a scripture that says, trust no priest or scribe, and then it has that. There's different Bibles, of course, though. Forgive me, Daddy, that I've been a bad girl. Yeah, okay, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned is just another way of saying, sorry, Daddy, I've been bad. I think it's like, don't worship another, but respect your provider. It's sort of. Because, like, for 23, in Matthew, then Jesus said to the crowds and his disciples, the teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So you can be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their phylacteries? I have bad with big word, I'm sorry. Wide, and tassels on their garments long. They love the place of honor at banquet and their most important seats in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in the marketplace and to be called rabbi by others. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher and you are all brothers. And do not call anyone on earth father, for you have one Father and he is in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant, for those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Right? Like, it's just, again, there's so many different interpretations. This is the New International Version, right? I could look this up in, oh God, let's try and find a 21st century King James. Oh my God, why is there so many different King James ones? Like, here, just let me look up the other thing. Trust no scribe or priest. And I will find that. Or... I'm getting walkthroughs for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Oh, I believe it's Ezra that this is from. Oh, God. That is so fucking funny. I got video game walkthroughs for that. Holy shit. That took me for a loop there.
Wait, the Bible isn't a video game?
It's a weird RPG, man, with so many different character builds.
Man, I don't understand it at all. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't feel like reading through the entire fucking story of Ezra. But I'm pretty sure it's in Ezra where it says, trust no scribe or no man. Or trust no scribe or priest. And then if you were to take it from Matthew 23:9, it says, you know, and call no man father. Because you have but one Father and his name is God up in heaven. But also his name isn't God, it's Yahweh, you stupid bitch. You're using God's name in vain. It's not in vain. I'm giving you context on what his name is. In vain would just say Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. That's in vain. However, I'm not afraid of a lesser deity. Odin will protect me. And with the concept of gods die, the less the people believe in them, and with the incredible drop of people that believe in the Christian, Catholic, Jewish, and Islamic God, or Allah, And the more people believing in Norse paganism, I would dare say that the gods are rivaled in strength.